Joe Satriani was born on July 15, 1956 in Long Island, New York, USA. Joe Satriani is an American guitar player who has a net worth of $12 million. Joe Satriani earned his net worth as a musician, guitar instructor, songwriter and producer. Satriani is considered by many to be one of the best guitar players in the world. Early in his career, Satriani worked as a guitar instructor, with many of his former students achieving fame, including Steve Vai, Kirk Hammett, Andy Timmons, Larry Lalonde, Rick Hunolt, Charlie Hunter, Kevin Cadogan, and Alex Skolnick. He then went on to have a successful solo music career. He is a 15-time Grammy Award nominee and has sold over 10 million albums, making him the best-selling instrumental rock guitarist of all time. Style and influence. Satriani is considered a highly technical guitarist, and has been referred to as a top guitar virtuoso. He has mastered many playing techniques on electric guitar, including legato, two-handed tapping and arpeggio tapping, volume swells, harmonics, and extreme whammy bar effects. During fast passages, Satriani favors a legato technique, achieved primarily through hammer-ons and pull-offs, that yields smooth and flowing runs. He is also adept at other speed-related techniques such as rapid alternate picking and sweep picking. Satriani was influenced by Jimi Hendrix and by English rock guitarists such as Brian May, Eric Clapton, Jimmy Page, Ritchie Blackmore, and Jeff Beck. He was also influenced by jazz fusion guitarist Alan Holdsworth. Profession: songwriter, guitarist, musician, composer, record producer, and multi-instrumentalist. Nickname: Satch. Trademark: sunglasses. Ibanez signature model. Joe Satriani's height: 171.5 centimeters. I started out playing guitar because Jimi Hendrix was my hero, so my roots were really based on Jimi Hendrix and his style of playing. Without so much as taking another step towards the field, I turned around, went back into the gym, and I told my coach, "Jimi Hendrix just died, and I'm quitting the team to become a guitar player." I loved that playing the guitar wasn't easy. It was pain, but it was my pain. And then it became joy, my joy. Some of us are going to play faster than others. Hitting the right notes and getting your technique right is so much more important than speed. Song ideas have come to me in the middle of interviews, in the shower, or while I'm writing another song. Solos I kind of couldn't care less about. I know most people probably think that's what I care most about, but it's really the melody playing that is the cornerstone of what I'm working on. Just as a blues player can play 20 blues songs in a row but find a way to make each one different, I always want to find different ways to do something. Guitars are fun. There are plenty of different kinds to play. They look cool. They sound cool. Don't you want to play guitar? Business always requires personal relationships. There's a fine line between giving the sense of freedom and being too free. Success came to me in my late 20s. I started touring when I was a teenager, so I had already seen the good, the bad, and the ugly side of the music business. Plus, setting up my own record company taught me a lot. My inspirations don't come from outer space, they just come to me. I have no idea why they come when they do. When you hear something you don't like, don't ever play it again. Relax, be yourself, play a lot. I can embarrass myself very easily on guitar. It's funny because people say to me I can play anything. I'm God on the guitar. But I could make a big list of everything I can't play. I'm grateful that people don't notice that. Hearing Jimi Hendrix as a little kid and falling in love with everything that he did on guitar rewired my basic nature. To me, that was a normal thing that you should do. You should strive to be as innovative as Hendrix. I was a kid that grew up listening to the Beatles and the Stones and Jimmy Page and Eric Clapton and Jeff Beck, and I wanted all of that in there. I always use the Jeff Beck model. Jeff Beck is just a genius, and he keeps getting better. If there's anybody in your field you want to aspire to be like, it is a guy who does what he wants to do. Every year that I go out on tour, I think about all the craziest ideas that would be great to go out with, and I think, I should see if Jeff Beck wants to join my band for a month or something. I pride myself on being incorrigible. I have a very hard time being told what to do. It really sucks when music is so perfect you just don't need to hear it anymore. I write the songs first and in most cases teach myself the technique second. I started learning to sing what I liked, to experience it in a visceral way. Then it's inside. Get rid of the neurosis and then you can improvise. I put together the idea for G3 because I felt isolated. The success of being a guitar hero kept me away from all my friends who were guitar players. I thought it would be a lot more fun to play with them. Each artist attracts his own different set of fans. And G3 over the years has created its own audience as well. They know it's something unusual and special that they're not going to get anywhere else. Young and old, both sexes, all come out. They all look at each other like, wow, what are those people over there? They're surprised at their own diversity. Kirk Hammett was such a motivated young student. I mean, he could play pretty well before I first met him. He was already playing lead guitar in the band Exodus when he started taking lessons. And then during that time, he got the gig with Metallica, and he started taking 2 lessons a week. Teeth of the Hydra is perfectly suitable for Vai's extraordinary style and talent as a guitarist and emphasized that he's at his highest of insanity by relating it to his greatness. I think that the other biggest thing that people sometimes miss when they bring up Eddie Van Halen is that his writing was really the biggest expression of his talent. When you start to learn the songs, you start to see the genius of the compositions and the arrangements.